Hello everyone, welcome back to another Tung Tuesday. This week, this video will be pretty short because I didn't have much time to work on anything. So I've decided to temporarily stop with the DVD Screensaver because it became kind of boring and yeah. And so I decided to try and make a keyboard and display that works. So I borrowed the keyboard that my friend made, which just converts inputs into binary, which I can decode later. And I was working on the selecting module, the thing that shows where the text will appear. And so my basic idea was to have D latches, and the output of this cell would go into the input of the cells next to it. And I would have a clock, and it would clock all of them at the same time. So if this was on, the output was 1, then the input for this would be 1, and then that would make this have an output of 1 when I clock it. But since this input-output right now is 0, would theoretically, this input would be 0. And so after I clock it, that output would also be 0. And so if I put a few AND gates to determine if I was moving the cursor left or right, theoretically that should work. But I forgot to notice that these D latches, when clocked, give out an output. So since right now both of these have no output, however, when I clock it, it automatically makes both of them have an output, because when I clock it, it gives them an output even though there is none, a 1 as an output. And then that goes into the input, and then which goes into the input of this one, which makes it have an output. So it just stays on forever, which is not good. So I'll have to redo everything, which I did this week. And I even had lots of nifty snapping peg designs to minimize space in this 5x4, but I guess I'll just have to use a bigger D latch that doesn't have that problem. That is it for this week. If the video is still really laggy, I'll try to fix it next week, and I'll see you guys then.